everyone, Achikah here, and it's Monday, so this is a very unscheduled video upload. Or if you guys caught the end of my last couple of videos, it's a kind of a scheduled upload. So I detailed in those videos, as well as a few in January, that Mondays are going to kind of be a sporadic upload day. So that way, if I finish a base, or there are other base updates, or a live stream VOD from over the weekend, I'll upload it on Monday, and that way Wednesday and Saturday are completely reserved for your guys' base showcases, because there's a lot of you who definitely want your bases seen, and since I only do 2 uploads a week, I want to make sure that Wednesday and Saturday are dedicated to you guys, so you guys can have them documented and share them with the rest of the community. Because, yeah, I know a lot of us base creators, we really want people to see our bases. And it's kind of hard to do in game, so this is the best, YouTube's kind of the best way to spread that out there. So anyway, today we are here with Willpower because I actually finished my first House of Legends base. It's been a while because I've been working on it since the House of Legends base came out. I work very slowly, hence why Mondays will be sporadic uploads for a reason. But yeah, we've seen Willpower before. She's my Green Lantern character here on the game. I documented her first base, which was called Virescent Envoy. It's a space base that I converted into a spaceship, actually, a little spaceship that orbits Earth. And so if you want her lore or any of her story, it's over there. So I will link it up above. I think it's one of the first videos I ever uploaded on the channel. I think like first or... No, I think it's like 3rd or 4th, maybe, or something like that. So the mic quality is probably very bad, but hopefully, if you guys want to see it, it's over there. So like I said, I'll link it up above. But today, we are in her new base, which is with a lot more Green Lanterns than just her. It is called Project Verdure, and it is a conservatory for flora from around the multiverse that are plucked from dead or dying planets. So all these plant life things that are in here are basically extinct, or were about to go extinct from just various unfortunate happenings that happened to the planets that they inhabited. So yeah, her and her Green Lantern crew go out, scoop up all the alien plant life, and put it in here so that it can be, well, they're trying to repopulate it in various ways, or just conserve it, and it's kind of also an education center too for conserving the green. So yeah, so without further ado, why don't we check out Project Verdure. So we start off here in the Welcome Center area. We already have some unorthodox plant life, even though I know in the game they're just coral planters, but honestly, they seem pretty alien-like. Like, I need to state beforehand that a lot of the areas here I had to make from several different items, so that's why the space issues were a thing, like the 700 spots that we have to go through. So anyway, so yeah, so this is the Welcome Center. We see already a few plant life things from across the multiverse. Some look more familiar. Again, maybe they're from Earths that have gone extinct already. Or various other Earths, or alien planets. And yeah, so the Welcome Center's here. Project Verdure welcomes any and all visitors who want to look at plant life. So these are the more tame aspects that we have here. And if you have any questions, you can talk to our AI associate here, who is glad to give you any kind of information that you ask her. She's quite friendly. I really love how the vines actually wrap around the lantern thing perfectly, or the Green Lantern Memorial. I just thought that was so neat. Yeah, so we just have a little garden there with our AI assistant to help guide visitors. Got a few plants around here. At first, I had spotlights up on the light rig, but I had to take care of them again for space issues. I still consider this base kind of a work in progress. It's as good as it's going to get with the space that we have right now, but ideally, what I wanted for the base is for everything to have a plaque so that it would look like a visitor center, and everything to have a planter. So, but a lot of the planters and the plaques had to go away due to, again, space issues. So if we get it up to like 750 or 800, I'll definitely come back in and give everything a what for. This is one of my favorites. I really like the ivy willow tree combo, and then having everything on the ceiling kind of spread out. It's like the plant life's being a little evasive, but also still well maintained for these flying platforms. Start over here. Got a bit of a greeny growth tree here. Bit of an aquatic branching out thing. Again, the Green Lanterns do take care of everything, and as long as things aren't being evasive or strangling or harming any of the visitors, they can grow on the walls if they want. I would like to think that like the whole spaceship is created from some kind of porous, I don't know, fertile thing, so that these things can grow naturally. Got an icy one here. And these are all like the super safe plants too, so we have a bit more of an aggressive, rarer plant life in the back that I'll show you guys, but most of these are pretty docile. Grow very slowly. Got a bench to sit on. Of course, some more Green Lantern things. Oa. Again, just I'd really like to have these in planners, but it just, with the space issues again, I couldn't. this was in like one of the last editions I did once the Sins of Black Adam DLC came out. I like the little bleeding flowers. I love this one. This is one of the first ones I actually did. I wanted it to be kind of like a clam, but with the pearl inside, but it's also just kind of actually vernal, like plant stuff. A mechanical tree type situation here. All right. So this is again just the welcome center plus a few of our nature, a few items that we've collected throughout the multiverse. So this area, this is what I really wanted to have by every plant, was one of these plaques too. But this is kind of a museum-esque sort of situation that leads into our planetary simulation chamber, which actually Willpower designed. It's a VR system that's from her planet, because her planet's actually dead. It was overmined and killed off for its resources, unfortunately. So yeah, she created the whole thing as a reflection of conserving nature, or protecting nature, like a kind of like an ill omen to teach, a teachable moment, I guess. So yeah, we have a few keepers of the green here in the museum. Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy, of course. All right, and the last few remnants of her planet, actually. So we have these crystals. This is what was overmined and taken, kind of like the life force of her planet. Unfortunately, it's also a very good fuel, like certain other things. And once mined away, it kind of really devastated the environment and the atmosphere and made it inhospitable for life, at least for her kind. So anyway, so yeah, we have our VR station here too. So this is a monitoring station. If you go into the VR room, we have people to watch, make sure your vitals are all safe and you're being safe, even though it is a simulation. Just want to make sure anybody who goes in it is all safe. So you take your goggles right here. Let's see here. I think I can do that. Where's the point again? Is it social? Actions. I think it's, no? Victory? Taunt? Oh no, point is there. I was right. Yeah, take our goggles. Get scanned into the chamber here. And then we enter into the simulation. So this is a replica of Willpower's homeworld. It's a vast green area. If you'll recall from my last, her people are gaseous, so she kind of just inhabits the armor. Her real form is like a gaseous form. And they kind of just live off the life essence of the planet. So they have, this is a very important tree here. And you could freely get the crystal resources in its purest form from it, so long as you don't overtake. However, again, it was overtaken for greed reasons. And yeah, you can see the tree goes way up into the sky. Lots of rainbows and stuff like that. You can see the crystals are kind of fused into everything, giving it this glowy life force essence. Very Pandora-esque a little bit, of course, right? For inspiration. But yeah, this is her homeworld. That is no more, sadly. Whee! Alright. We'll take the VR goggles off and we'll go look at some more plant life from other worlds here. And our first stop is the aquatic area. So we have a bunch of underwater or amphibious plants that could either be grown in water or out of water. All of them meticulously maintained with the right kind of fertilizers and chemicals needed to sustain life. This is probably one of my favorites. I had this as like an open window kind of, with a few of the rectangular planters down here, so it looked like there was a fake window that you could view into. But then I thought about using the time spears as a giant water bubble, and I thought that was really cool. So I did that. So yeah, they have their own little bubble aquarium to sustain. I was really happy because the bubbles actually reached up out of the time spear here. I didn't think they'd breach it, but those bubbles actually rise pretty high from the what do you call it? The bubble floor vents or whatever. So some fungi. And yeah, so that stops for the non-guided area of the tour. So this is for, you have to have a liaison, a Green Lantern, to take you back if you want to tour, and it's only after you get certain credentials, because this is where the plant life starts getting very evasive and a bit more dangerous, or they're super rare, so we don't kind of want people taking them out. There's certain reasons why they're back here, so we'll head on back first. So this is the special archive area of the conservatory. Again, not all of them are dangerous. Some of them are just super rare. We don't want somebody stealing the prism from out of the trunk of this tree. Or the gold that could come with it. These guys actually aren't dangerous at all, surprisingly. They just have a very messy and stinky way of germinating and pollinating. So we have to keep them under lock and key, as you can see. Of course, dead in the center, we have the Xamarin tree from a very, very invasive crystal structure. From a timeline where, you know, the tree of love and life kind of got a bit too invasive and probably petrified the rest of the planet. So it's pretty well housed here, though, luckily. But this was one of the first things I put in this room, because this was one of my original ideas. I thought it was really pretty to mix the cherry blossoms with the crystals. And also the antimatter rocks to make it look like the bark is kind of opening up with even more crystals. Like it's been converted or petrified in a way. So here, this is a weird specimen. So when we went to the planet, we weren't exactly sure what was going on. However, a lot of the crew had to have a bit of a mental cool down or therapeutic sessions from whispers they were hearing. Apparently there's some kind of dark god that was on the planet. They called it the Mouth of Madness, apparently. Don't know why. Luckily, this one stays pretty quiet, though. It's pretty self-contained. We make sure to trim the tentacles back from any eldritch gods. Now, this one's interesting. This is actually an invasive technological plant. However, again, extremely invasive and extremely dangerous, too. The tech used is extremely advanced and kind of can get really wrapped up if given Wi-Fi capabilities or the, actual abilities to more, what would you say, I guess, archaic tech. One of our lab techs actually kind of disappeared when they were tending to this last time. We hope that they're okay somewhere and didn't end up on, another planet where they're misusing this AI technology anywhere. No. I'm gonna link one of Cynic's bases up above. Yeah. If you guys have seen that video of mine or not. Now this one looks extremely festive, so you're probably wondering why this is here. Well, a Christmas tree or a Christmas themed plant is pretty cool. However, the presents aren't exactly presents. They are kind of seed pods with lots of spores in them. So if you open them, they kind of explode with all kinds of nastiness. However, it also isn't exactly a crystal either, if you can kind of see what's going on in that situation. It's a bit more predatory than meets the eye, so yeah, make sure you don't take anything that's not yours from under this Christmas tree. Everybody's naughty in this Christmas tree's eyes. If you guys can't see it, there's a plant here that's looks like a lamprey kind of, or an anglerfish, I guess I should say. So you take the crystal, it'll kind of consume you. Some mushrooms, of course. And this one's not exactly dangerous either. It looks very malevolent, but it's just very warm, so we don't want anybody getting burns or whatever, so we keep it here. Seed pods are very interesting. Oh yeah, then we have this guy too. This one's kind of like a Witcher-esque kind of tree. Thought it was kind of neat. I don't really have much of a backstory for this other than I thought it looked really cool. I was trying to think of one, but sometimes creativity runs dry. You guys could give it a backstory if you want. Alright, so those are our main plant lives that we've collected so far and have integrated into the conservatory fairly nicely. And next we are going to go to the hydroponic hatchery area where we're trying to repopulate the plant life. So we have a bit of a power situation here, and as well as some hazmat suits for anyone who's not doesn't bring their own to the ship. So we'll come in here. So yeah, this is our hydroponic hatchery or our greenhouse sort of situation. Every plant is being watered and looked after, also given the correct amount of light and the forms needed to be for growing and such. Lots of fertilizers and other chemicals to make sure that they stay fed as well. At least there's, for the soil. Keep the soil nice and fertile. Got an incubator if need be for any kind of plants that might need some extra love and attentiveness once they come in. Now this one is a really weird plant. It's a mimic plant. And it's kind of, it's trying. It's getting there, right? think it's kind of bonded with little Willpower here. One of these days you'll get it, buddy. You're getting pretty close. I'm pretty proud of you. And next we have my favorite part of the base, the Botany lab, as well as our friend here, who's a bit more sentient than the other ones. He's pretty stationary, though. He doesn't need a lot of room. He does have a very specific diet, though, that we must abide by, so that gets kind of fun. We have found a synthetic solution, though, in the meantime. However, it still looks quite as grotesque as what he usually ate. Unfortunately, his planet also, the fauna is gone as well as the flora, so we have to make do. But yeah, we found a good slurry for him. Isn't that right there, buddy? Yeah. I wasn't sure what to name him, so if you guys can think of a good name for him, leave it down in the comments below. Maybe something will stick. But yeah, just, testing out different cross-pollinizations, all that good stuff. Lots and lots of terrariums for various projects. Seeing what takes to what kind of soils, etc. Alright. So now we will go to the back room here. We have a bit of a stasis tube area to keep plant life that we just got in a very contained area before they can build a rapport with the ship itself. And yeah, this is the ship bridge, as well as the Gaia hub, is what we call it. And it's the Galactic Annihilation Index aperture. So this basically tracks what planets are close to extinction, actually. And unfortunately, as you can see, Earth seems to be kind of close to that, which is not really great. You could also see it on the monitors here. But yeah, they definitely have Earth on the radar, given that 70% of animal populations have declined since the 1970s, and a third of the arable land has been lost from soil erosion, too, since then. So, food for thought. They keep it in mind. But there's always time to turn it around, right? We hope. Here is our teleportation hub. So we put in the coordinates to the area, of course, and we have it out there. And then our Green Lanterns can put on their suits if need be, or if it is too dangerous, given the cataclysmic events that seem to follow, we use the robots remotely, so they can go and bring back all the plant life. We have a bunch of different containers here to contain. Of course, we have some captain's chairs up here for navigating. Some here as well. And well, I guess this would be the actual captain's chair. Where the captain would sit here and guide the vessel. So yeah, I believe that is the end of Project Verdure. So thank you so much for watching. Yeah, like I said, Mondays are going to be just sporadic uploads. So just be on the lookout for those. I'll let you guys know if anything's popping up. Yeah, I have another video for you guys on Wednesday, another showcase, and then Friday is going to be a Decade in Decor's Base-Off winners, so be looking for that. And then Saturday, as well as the next 3 weeks, are going to be the first, second, and third place winners of Base-Off, both on the US and the EU side. So, yeah, be watching for that. It should be a good time, so... Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed Project Verdure, as well as Willpower's little home away from home, I guess I would say. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.